Hey guys, Mike with RPS Solar Pumps here. So we just got finished installing is an RPS 400V. What we're doing here is we're out in Sonoma County at a vineyard up in an area called Rockpile, and what they have is 2 springs up on this hillside that run year-round, a couple gallons a minute. So what they wanted to do is develop these springs. So you can see one area over here. They're actually collecting the water from the spring with a little concrete basin. And then way up on the top of that hill, there's another spring, which they're bringing the water down through a PVC pipe over to this collection area. So you can see there's 3 different pipes running in here. Each one's running about 3/4 of a gallon a minute. So it runs into this nice concrete basin with some local rock that they built up here. Then it flows out of here, down this PVC pipe, and over to that 1,000-gallon storage tank. So what they're doing is 24 hours a day, they're collecting about 1 to 2 gallons a minute in the 1,000-gallon storage tank. And then what we did here, if we zoom in a little bit, you can see we have our RPS 400 solar panels hooked up. So this is the 4-panel system. It either comes with the RPS 400 or the RPS 400V. The V is our centrifugal, not quite as good on the pumping head, but really good on the volume. And so what they want to do is in the 6 hours of sunlight they get it here, they want to pump all the water out of that tank that collected overnight, and they pump it way up the valley over here to a 5,000-gallon stainless steel storage tank about 1,000 yards away and about 50 feet of vertical elevation gain. From there, they can use gravity to draw off the water anytime they need it and use it to drip irrigate their vineyard. One of the big reasons we're doing this project is they have an existing well, but due to the elevation up here, they just don't get a lot of water from it. It produces anywhere from 2 to 5 gallons a minute. And so with these springs that they developed, they can pull off an additional 2 gallons a minute, and that's 2 gallons a minute, 24 hours a day, 60 minutes an hour. So throughout a 24-hour period, they can pull anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 gallons of water off. And that's really going to help them supplement in the summertime their water usage from the well. A lot less risk of running their well dry. Not going to have to worry about running it dry, digging another well, which up here they got to dig pretty deep, so it's going to cost anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 to go dig that well, and then installing the well pump after that cost anywhere from an extra $10,000 to $20,000 depending on how far down they have to go. So the project ended up really well. Really happy with how this turned out. We just fired up the pump a second ago just to test it out. It looks like it was doing about 10 gallons a minute. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hook up the final line to run it up there, and then we'll check it up at the tank how much water we're getting. Okay, so we're up here at the storage tank. This is actually around a 12,000-gallon storage tank. It's an old wine fermenter, all stainless steel. If we take a look, the piping came running up the hill here and right off to the side. It's not plumbed in yet, but we're just pumping a little water just to see how much we get. If we take a look, at about 100 feet ahead, we're pumping anywhere from 4 to 6 gallons a minute. This is 3/4 inch line that we ran up here, the 1,000 yards. If we had gone with 1 inch, we probably would have gone a little bit more, like 7 or 8 gallons a minute. But because the spring only produces a few gallons a minute, and we only want to pump a couple thousand a day, this will do just fine.